an H1 tag there. What I always like to do is, so these are called like your money pages. It's like your money pages, right? So if you hear me say that, I always like to keep my money pages about 12 to 1,500 words, especially for your industry. Yeah. And I did that for one of my clients, and it did really well. Like $500,000 in like a quarter, improved sales, like really good.
So you recommend reducing the text?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And again, that's not just me saying as a guy who loves making content. And if you need help making content, I wrote a blog on SEMrush, which is the topic research tool, which actually helps you. So if you ever needed to make copy really good, because it actually gives you the questions you need, and I give you a step-by-step, good tool. But that's the thing, is that when it comes to the thing that I found is working with Google is kind of having a relationship, right? You need to have the relevancy, you need to have timeliness, and you need to know what to say. So if I tell my wife, hey, happy birthday, and it's in the middle of June, it doesn't matter because it's not her birthday, right? So you always got to get like found and everything like that. So 1,200 to 1,500 words for your money page is large enough to give you a canvas to write with, so you can actually optimize keywords and share information with your customers and stuff like that. And then also include the H2 tags, because like kind of what Alex was alluding to is Google does, look at all that stuff. Google's like a really smart 3-year-old. You got to tell it what to do. It can do that really well. So you got to play that game. So I'd include like driving that out, like why is truck drivers, why do they need you? What does yours do? So if you scroll down, she was just telling me I got 5 minutes, so I want to cut it off in case Alex got to say something else. I don't really like this right here because it's just not very UI friendly for me.
Yeah, it's more work.
Yeah, and also the CSS that drives this could sometimes actually impede your SEO values. So whenever possible, like just make it straight down. Okay. I wrote a 25,000 word article. It's huge. It's like ridiculous. And what you just got to do is just make like a little table of content at the top if it ever gets too big. But I think you're not there yet. So if we scroll down, again, just kind of building that out. Look at the value, the benefits instead of the features. Why do I need it? You reduce accidents. You save lives. You help businesses save money. That's what you do. That's what your thing does, right? And then learn more. I always like to have a ribbon that stands out. So I would almost do it like the background is yellow with a white button and like white text or something.
Just make it stand out.
I'm not a not a developer, so
skin,
or like a designer.
React, skin, React. So that's kind of like the patterns. I mean, and to be honest, I don't know how you guys like structure this. Before I built anything, I spent a week and a half, 2 weeks of figuring out, just looking at keywords and what makes sense for my pages, and within the keyword planner, SEMrush, and just look at competitors, because if your competitors are making money, they know what they're doing, so figure out what they're doing and build it better, so that's what I would suggest, and once you start thinking of the architecture, I think you will immediately see the difference. Like, just spend time, think of what you're writing and how it needs to connect to each other, and I can guarantee you, like that, you will see the growth immediately. Without even links, because we haven't even gotten link building, because
that's pretty
I think that links kick ass. But
yeah, link building's awesome.
So, and that's the other thing. You have a lot of pages.
That's true.
Very little links, so there's no really much value to your site. So you will keep adding content. That most likely, because your site doesn't have value, will never be crawled by the Google blog.
Yeah, that's a good point, because, for example, like if we click on blog real quickly, like we got excellent content, but it hasn't really been picked up by, like we don't get a lot of landings in any of these pages.
Well,
and there's only like 1 or 2 blog posts where, we hit it off, and it's because it's a very important keyword in the industry, right?
What I would do, I don't know what's the best channel for your businesses. Find the cheapest way to advertise it, and when you write content, just spend a little money on social media, share it.
LinkedIn,
have people go to there to see it. Tag different people. That's if you spend the time to write a blog, I would spend more time promoting it than writing it.
You just hover over that. Yeah, I was just looking at, just the other thing too is I found interlinking is a big one. So go from your blog posts if they get picked up, and you can actually use SEMrush or Ahrefs or some other tool and find out what your most popular blog posts are, and then link that to your money pages that we were talking about before.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. If you have any other questions, like feel free to ask.
Yeah.
It's not a pitch. I
Yeah.
really want to. It's pretty cool, like
Yeah.
your industry, and I've worked with not this industry, but like a really large retailer, distributor of like traffic safety cones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for putting that up there. So I think we're out of time. So do you want to say goodbye or something?
Bye. No. I guess so, yeah, because we kind of started late, we want to give the time to Marina, because she traveled here for us. If you guys want after the Q&A, if you want to hit another site, we can do it, you know. But I want to give her the time she deserves for, you know, she traveled here for us. Love to hear what she says.
And this would be a good time to get more pizza or beer if you need it when we set up.
Take a break.